Well, hello there, Solo Man here. And in my last video I was gonna do an oil change. Well, I did the oil change. It went pretty damn good. Except when I put the new oil in. There's a nice spout, a pouring spout on the container, but it weren't all that good. But never mind, it's done now. And I got the car cleaned as well. Gee, I'm just cooking with gas today. Oh, god damn, I like it when the plan comes together. But what I'd like to talk about is the oldest profession in the world, and it begins with P. And you know what it is? I can't say it because maybe UT will delete this video if I do. Because they have done before. Because you cannot show femons in a bad light. Men you can, quite easily, but not femons. That's fair. But that's okay because they're showing themselves in a bad light, aren't they? Looks like to me the femons need a new PR agent, don't they? Because all these videos and everything of them acting terribly are not being deleted. That's because there's too damn many of them. But ever since time has began, femons have been selling sex. And they're one-trick ponies because this is what they're doing now, isn't it? Everywhere you look, they're stripping off or whatever, selling sex. I mean, really, have they not got anything else? No. But it's not the femons that get them into the big P word, the old profession. Must be man. He's forced them into that business. That goddamn patriarchy. Actually, without man being anywhere near or around, there would still be that old profession running. But as usual, femons couldn't run a piss up in a brewery. So a man comes along to organize it so that they make better money. And of course, he takes a little bit off the top too. But he is the organizer, that's all. Because he has a logical brain, and he's not full of all emotions. And of course, let's not forget Thailand. There's a very small places in Thailand that are like that too. Do you think the men started that? Of course they didn't. Do you think a lot of the bar girls are forced into it? Well, some are, but the majority aren't. I know, I lived there for 10 years. And what do the femons do it for? Money. It's always money. Easy money. And of course the Western women believe that it's terrible and disgusting. And they think that for a number of reasons. One, the Thai women in general are very fit-looking and quite attractive, naturally. And that pisses the Western femons off. But the other reason is that the Thai women are getting the man's money, not them. And that really pisses them off. It has nothing to do with morality at all. Because most femons don't have any morality when it comes to money. And a femon's life is to go through it blaming everybody else but themselves. And they usually blame men for their terrible decisions in life. The reason why femons don't all of them have a very great personality and not very nice people actually is because they use their looks and body to get what they want, not their personality. And today there seems to be an overload of the W's, if you know what I mean, for femons. They're mostly all W's now. And yet they're supposed to be empowered and they don't need no man and they can do anything. And the patriarchy isn't holding them back. And what do? Become W's. Because they're one-trick ponies. But I think the trouble is they've flooded the market. And they're so plentiful everywhere and in your face. Men have kind of got fed up with it. And they're looking for something else. Like I say, I used to live in a small town in Canada. And when deer hunting season came, the men used to go to the hunting camp for 2 weeks or so. That means their wives and girlfriends didn't have any attention, really. So these wives and girlfriends used to go to other towns and go with other men. And then the deer hunting season was over, and the men and husbands would come back. And the wives would be all teary-eyed and everything, if that she missed him so much. It was really an eye-opener to watch. Of course, not all femons did that, but a lot of them did. It was only a small town, but there's still quite a few femons that did that. Trust is a hard thing to come by in this world. I have found it in a few good men in my life, but I have never found it in a femon. And now I'm going to go pour myself a drink. A big one. Take it easy.